What is Battlecourt Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
Right, another
one.
mate. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-wall return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battlecourt game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battlecourt Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battlecourt Jai-Alai.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Battlecourt Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Warriors and Chargers. And with that, I'd like to welcome everybody back to another edition of the Fall 25 Battlecourt season. Only 2 game days left in this regular season. I'm Andrew Bleckman, joined as always by Stu Nyman to bring you tonight's contest between the Warriors and Chargers. Stu, how you doing?
Doing great. It's been a fantastic season, and I can't believe we've come to the end of it so quickly.
Yes, we are here, Stu. 1 game day tonight, and then Friday will be the Renegades and Fireballs. Let's take a look at our season standings to get you up to speed at some playoff scenarios. So the top 2 teams, the Cyclones and Devils, have clinched, and they are locked into those spots. Cyclones number 1, Devils number 2. But the remaining 4 teams, all of them still with a chance. We'll give you the simplest scenario here for the Warriors. It's pretty clear for them. They win or tie the game day today, they will clinch a spot. For the Chargers, they have one path and one path only. They're going to need to win tonight's game day 6-0, and then on Friday night they need the Fireballs to beat the Renegades 6-0. That would be the only way the Chargers could potentially make the playoffs. 3 singles and 3 doubles on the slate. What a match here. Alex and Iturbide to get things started. There's the serve.
Alex serves. We've begun. Robote forehand by Alex will pass. Iturbide going for the save, hit the overhead screen. First point to Alex of the Warriors.
Well, it's a big opportunity here for Iturbide. You looked at the stats, and the numbers are just way down across the board. And then you look at his record 0-4 in singles this year, too.
Earlier in their practice this afternoon, we saw him cracking a number of 2-alls with a high degree of success. Be curious to see if he brings it out here in the match. Whoa.
And yeah, this is the match to do it. Alex has been figuring it out, but Alex also, he hasn't played a singles match in 2 months. His last one was on September 25th.
Catch by Iturbide. Iturbide, a little clip off the side wall. Alex is there, hard throw. And a scoop by Iturbide. The 2-all is in.
Got it.
1-1. Iturbide serves for the Chargers.
Such a great shot there by Iturbide, and that's been his go-to throughout his career. It's the costado 2-wall, gets it to open up wide, and look, when he throws a good one, there's really no chance for the defensive player to get out there. In that case, Alex is about as quick as they come, and full reach, still couldn't get out to it.
Absolutely beautifully executed.
And great to see one land in early. Just give him a lot of confidence moving forward.
Here's the backhand by Alex, caught by Iturbide. Iturbide shoots the 2-all. That is out of play. Alex with 2 points and the serve.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to tease anybody by saying that in the practice he was cracking them beautifully, but I mean, we saw them. You know,
no, if you didn't say it, I was going to allude to that.
Yeah,
too.
one after the other. They were just, he shot 3 or 4 of them that were just spot on, open wide. Fault over serve. Battlecourt rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line.
He seems to have gotten the feel down, and he's certainly throwing it with a little more confidence earlier today. But let's just see if he can put it all together in this match.
Powerful backhand by Iturbide. Keeps it inside. Alex sent that one to the overhead screen. 2-2. Iturbide serves for the Chargers.
Well, always say it, but trying to pass there early on. You know, you don't want to lay that one up to the middle of the court and allow Iturbide to attack. So Alex tries to get a little more on it and just pushes it a little bit too high and up in the overhead screen.
Here's a backhand by Alex, caught. That 2-all caught the top of the pad. That's a 3rd point for Alex of the Warriors. He serves.
And that is probably the most frustrating miss because you're thinking, look, I mean, if that lands in, it scores. All you got to do is throw it half an inch higher. I mean, just anything higher, it scores. And see Iturbide shaking his head as he's walking back to the receiving area.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Yeah, definitely. Just caught the top of the pad and gives Alex another point. Here's a backhand by Iturbide. Rotate forehand. This one caught by Iturbide. Scoop by Alex. Alex, powerfully from the forehand, will pass. Iturbide moves in, puts it inside.
Beautiful Robote.
Alex chasing it down, goes for an amazing Robote save. That falls just short. Great effort. That point goes to Iturbide of the Chargers. We're all tied up, 3-3.
Well, everything about that Robote was perfect. I mean, first of all, the speed, well, the positioning, tracks it down beautifully. And the placement to the inside, doesn't throw it too hard that Alex could make the catch in the air. And then he gets trapped there under the bridge. That's a difficult Robote. He's running back at the 13 line. Rare that you get enough power to reach the front wall back there. Just a perfectly played Robote to tie things up, 3-3.
Here's the backhand by Alex. Robote forehand by Alex. Iturbide now on the left side. To the inside. Alex is there. Drop shot. 1, 2. Scores on the second bounce. A 4th point for Alex of the Warriors. He serves.
Well, Alex does that, and you know you have to have a big right side in order to get your opponent on their heels in this case, and he does it there. I mean, you see Iturbide, his first thought is to back up because Alex is just going to blast it hard to the inside, but he's got the finesse too, cuts off the swing, drops it just above the pad, and it's perfect.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good.
And also too, just strategy-wise, I like throwing drop shots early. Cold ball early in a match, I mean, that's the right time to do it. Get a little later on, those balls might hang up in the air longer than you want.
Big backhand by Ichibide, Robote forehand. 2-all is out. Alex has 5 points, possible set point.
Look, the reality in this set is Iturbide's been throwing the shots. They just have not landed in. I mean,
Hasn't been executing on them. No.
That's what it comes down to. I mean, a lot of times we say, but if it lands in, it's a good shot. You just gotta make that happen. 5-3 and a chance for Alex to take this opening set.
Alex on the catch. There's the backhand right to the corner, out to the Robote. Ichibide is there. Costado 2-all. That's perfectly executed to score. 4th point for Ichibide. Ichibide serves. Still possible set point for Alex.
And watching that Costado compared to the other ones, it was like half speed. Look at how he throws this one into the sidewalls, under control the entire way, and he still gets it to open up the way he normally does, drops in and opens away from Alex.
Beautifully thrown. Here's the backhand by Alex. Low and hard to the inside will score. Point and set for Alex of the Warriors. Takes the first set 6-4. Two minutes go on the board. We'll come back out and play our second set. You're watching Battlecourt live from the Magic City League Fronton in Miami, Florida. Warriors taking on the Chargers for today. So we have Alex winning that first set.
Alex coming out, I believe, first and last today. So interesting schedule for him. See how he fares. Singles here and then playing doubles later with Douglas. We'll give you the rest of that slate. So coming up next will be Correa and Julin against Jed and Arta, Division 5 doubles. Then we'll go back to singles for 2 in a row. We'll see Manny against Ubia and then Douglas against Zulaika. Then we'll go back to doubles to close out the game day. Manny and Gallo take on Iturbide and Bradley first. Then Alex and Douglas against Zulaika and Ubia. So those are the 6 matches in order tonight here in between sets of our first match. Alex and Iturbide Division 2 singles. Alex 2-2 this year. Iturbide 0-4, and it's just more of the same from Alex. I mean, he's been throwing a couple more shots, but he's just so rangy. He's got great speed, his defense, and then this year he's starting to add the offensive element to his game, and you can just see he's taken off in doubles. It's a great record with his brother Julin, and then with Douglas. I mean, that team's still starting to figure it out, but won that first match of the year against Zulaika and Ubia, so should have a little bit of confidence coming into this one. Clock winding down here. Alex strapping back in. We'll get back out there to begin set number 2. So again, a couple more playoff here. Going back to the Warriors. So we said the Warriors tonight, they win or tie, they clinch a playoff spot. So they very much control their own destiny. They're only looking for 3 wins tonight. But in the event of a loss, our Friday game day is the Fireballs and Renegades. So if the Warriors lose and then the Fireballs win, depends on how the tiebreaker works out between the Renegades and Warriors, because the Renegades and Warriors would be tied for the 4th and final playoff spot. If the Warriors lose tonight and then the Renegades and Fireballs tie on Friday night, well, that would knock the Warriors completely out of the playoffs because the Warriors lose the tiebreaker to the Fireballs. And then if the Renegades beat the Fireballs on Friday night, the Warriors will clinch as long as they don't get swept tonight. So they just need 1 win in that Renegades winning scenario. There's a serve set 2, Stu.
Rotate forehand by Iturbide. Lays it up in the middle. Alex is there. Hard to be inside he goes. Iturbide's there. Rotate, 2-all. Alex has it on the forehand. Right side. Landing in and scoring on the pass play. First point of the second set for Alex. Iturbide on the backhand, high and hard to the front wall. Robote left side. That ball's tipped by Alex midcourt. 1-1 in the second set. Iturbe has the serve for the Chargers. So a rare miss so far today for Alex. Ball coming up on the bounce. He's been handling that without difficulty. That one just not able to settle it. Powerful backhand by Alex. Robote. Alex has that on the forehand. Drop shot. A little high to the front wall. Iturbe got a read on it. Last hit inside to score. 2 points for Iturbe of the Chargers. He serves.
Well, first drop shot worked out for Alex. The second one, Iturbe's just quick on it, and it's just not the best throw we've seen here on a drop shot. I mean, look at where it hits. Oh, look at where it's bouncing. I mean, that's above waist level, still at the 5 line, and he's going to track that down all day and make you pay. Now he's got the lead here in set number 2.
See if he's able to hold on to it.
Again, the Chargers know where they stand, so he knows that a loss here would end any hopes at the playoffs.
Robote at the side wall is saved by Iturbe. Alex passes. Robote left side to the inside. Here's Alex. Inside placement. What a catch. What a snag. Just on the tip of the cesta. Not able to hold on to it, though. We're tied up 2-2. Alex serves. Really thought he had that one.
Wow, great reaction here. I mean, reads it to the inside.
I mean, I called it a catch. And
no,
yeah, right there he caught it, and there he did.
It's the contact with the sidewall sometimes just pops that ball out.
There's the backhand by Iturbe. Robote forehand by Alex. Iturbe reaches up on the left side to make that play. Here's Alex at the 10 line. Robote forehand. Gustavo 2-all, landing in and scoring. A third point for Iturbe of the Chargers. He serves.
Boy, I mean, this ball opens up about as much as you're going to see off the side wall. Look at this. I mean, you could almost argue that may be sort of a Magic City bounce, but drops it just inside the boundary, and that's a perfect shot here to retake the lead.
Really beautifully done. Here's the backhand by Alex. Robote forehand will pass. Robote forehand by Alex. Iturbe has it on the Costi. Inside placement, read by Alex, caught by Alex. Gustavo 2-all by Alex will score. 3-3. Alex serves for the Warriors.
Yeah, again, this is a throw that Iturbe would like to have back. He's trying to keep Alex to the outside with his body here on this costado. And he just doesn't. Alex is too quick. He runs right around him, makes the catch easily on the inside, and then shoots a 2-all right after to tie things up.
I mean, Alex has speed. He catches. He's got shots on both sides and power.
He closes that space pretty quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Iturbe on the catch. Here's the backhand at the 9 line. Robote to the inside. Inside placement along the wall. Alex was looking for Robote. That is not coming out. 4 points for Iturbe of the Chargers. He serves. Very much point by point for these guys. But Iturbe very smart here. Throws it along the wall. And again, not enough to be caught coming off the front wall, but not enough for Robote. And Alex is one guy on the roster as we've seen. It's Alex and Urruti, I believe it is. They'll come back here and make what seem impossible Robote's possible. Ball over serve. Second serve must be good.
Also showing you the importance, too, of switching it up on the shots. Because Iturbe has thrown a lot of 2-alls, but, again, there's space inside there, and your opponent may start to guess where you're going, but if you keep switching it up, not in sort of pattern, I mean, they got no clue, and they have to guess.
Robote to the inside. Alex takes off again. Good effort by Alex. That, however, hits the overhead screen, which is out of play. 5 points for Iturbe. Possible. set point.
Well, that was kind of what you were alluding to, the same type of save. I mean, running back into the corner, he kind of just flicks it up blind. That one doesn't clear the overhead screen, but...
He's had some success with it throughout the season. And again, one of those things, you got to go for it because, you know.
Right. I mean, that's really almost as good as you can do getting back to the corner. Just the fact that he got it in the cesta and up towards the front wall was pretty big. But chance for Iturbide to take this set.
Rebote forehand. This one caught by Alex. Iturbide high and hard to the back wall. A rebote comes out to the forehand of Alex. He passes. That rebote is hooked by Iturbide. A 4th point for Alex of the Warriors. He serves.
Yeah, it looked like he ended up catching that ball a little bit deeper in the basket and just hooked the return, but all set up on that perfect throw by Alex. Dropped it right in the corner. Kind of a wonky rebote the way it came out, and Iturbide puts it in the pad. Still going here in set number 2.
Here's the backhand by Iturbide. Rebote, a little clip. Iturbide backs up, but tips it. It is 5-5 in the second set. So this is a possible match point for Alex of the Warriors, possible set point for Iturbide of the Chargers.
And the Warriors could end all the mystery right here. Potential Chargers sneaking into the playoffs. If Alex wins this match, that's over.
Here's a backhand by Iturbide. To the corner, coming out. Swing and a miss. Point.
Yes.
And set for Iturbide. We will move on to a third and final set in just 2 minutes.
Wow.
So a third set it shall be.
Not often you see that. Rebote coming out and just missed up there by Alex. So first match of the day, taking us to a third set here, Stu.
Rebote was coming out with pretty fast.
A lot of speed off the back wall.
Yeah.
And just try to time it up, and at that speed, it's a little more than we're used to seeing off the back wall there.
Who is that hooded man in the ESPN3 DraftKings players cage? Oh,
like
it's Arta.
There he is.
I don't know that I often see Arta with the hood.
He's been known to, step in there a few times, but maybe that's just a different shirt. It's usually a lighter hoodie.
That's it. That's what's throwing me. There's
that
the tough guy right there. Look, let me look at it. Am I going to have to potentially talk to him today? Yeah, maybe.
I think you will. There's Jen and Arta against Correa and Julian coming up next. So
I have to talk to him, but he's not with Brackley, so. Iturbide, always with that smile. I mean, that's what defines Iturbide. That always with a positive attitude, always giving 100%, always with a smile.
You think about, mentally what this match can do for these teams on the game day. If you're the Chargers, Iturbide comes back and wins these last 2 to get the first win on the board. You're starting to think, well, maybe we got a shot here. You can only win one match at a time, and the one thing you can say about the Warriors here is sometimes they do look ahead. I mean, they know exactly what's at stake. They're thinking, we get 3 wins today, we advance to the playoffs, but you got to get 1 before you get 3. And, sometimes when you're thinking big picture,
and meanwhile, I got to tell you
something, throw you off a bit.
Team captain Zuleika didn't seem too concerned there. He's clean shaven and eating nuts, I believe. It was that or popcorn.
Yeah. That's how the Chargers have to come into it. Look, I mean, to put too much pressure on yourselves in a scenario which is almost impossible to make the playoffs, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You come out, you play loose, you see what happens. Do
the best you can,
right,
absolutely.
You never know here. And you could argue if you were to pick some of these doubles matches, I mean, if you had to pick the slate, this is not the worst slate for the Chargers either.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line.
It's the third game day between these two. The Warriors won the first one 4-2 without Julian, and then they won 5-1 in the second one with Julian. So you see that. You don't think the Chargers have a lot of hope, but Iturbide playing inspired ball here in this third set.
Here's the backhand by Iturbide right to the corner, out to the rebote. Alex makes the save. Up the wall, cut off by Iturbide. Iturbide's 2-0 opens wide. Alex gets there, stops it, returns it, and it scores. Good effort to stop that ball by Alex. He gets the first point of the third and decisive set. He serves.
Clutch defense there from Alex. that's just so much bigger than one throw, because if that first 2-wall beats him to the net, Alex is thinking, I'm not going to get beat by another one. Then he starts to maybe commit a little too early, gets out to it, beautiful forehand right on the side wall, ends the mystery.
Fault, over serve. Second serve must be good. Alex flirting with the over serve line, trying to get that big bounce and keep Iturbide in the corner or against the back wall. He can only do so much damage the further back he is. Here's the backhand by Iturbide. Robote, left side by Alex for the big bounce. Caught by Iturbide at the 11 line. 2-wall Robote is thrown and scores. 2 points for Alex of the Warriors. He serves.
Alex is so dangerous when he starts throwing that costado, and this one off the Robote too. You really don't expect this.
You could have just left it at Alex is dangerous.
Right, but when you think about Alex, you think about that right side, and if he can start to mix in the costado.
I don't mean to suggest that he's dangerous to other players. He's just...
He really is.
Yeah, he's got a lot of weapons.
It's all the tools.
Robote forehand by Alex does not pass. Iturbide is winding up. Inside he goes. Scoop by Alex. Here's the backhand.
That was a tough catch.
Robote forehand. Alex advances, takes it in the air. Inside placement. What a catch by Iturbide.
Even better catch.
Catch by Iturbide again. Costado 2-all in and score. That's a point for Iturbide and the Chargers in this important third set. Iturbide has a serve.
It felt like that was a must-win point for the Chargers. I mean, makes a fantastic one-handed catch inside. And then look, it clips a bit of the side wall. That's why you talk about clipping all the time. Gives Iturbide the ball in the middle of the court, a little more space to operate. He converts.
Here's the backhand by Alex. Robote forehand. Alex makes the stop at the 9 line. Outside placement. Read by Iturbide. Stopped by Iturbide. Iturbide goes hard, and Alex is there. Low and hard to the inside by Alex. Will score. That's a 3rd point for Alex of the Warriors. He serves. Throw the ball where your opponent's not.
Well, I was looking at a lot of the stats this weekend, and team stats or something I was looking at. The Warriors throw more 3-walls than just about anybody, so it's hard to beat them at their own shot. Alex throws it a bunch, Douglas throws it, but he was in perfect position.
Yeah,
not one wasted step, Stu. And made him pay 3-1.
Fault, over serve. Second serve must be good.
And for Iturbide, too, I mean, we don't really see him go for that 3-wall play all too much, so. And comes up a little bit short of where he wants it. And Alex gets the point.
Powerful backhand by Iturbide. Caught in the air by Alex. Alex low and hard to the inside. Good catch by Iturbide. Alex from the forehand at the 9 line. Big right side. Comes out to the Robote at the sidewall. Iturbide makes the play. Here's Alex. Backhand right to the corner. Dropping. Saved by Iturbide. Alex. Inside placement stopped by Iturbide. Robote forehand. Up in the air. Caught by Iturbide. Costado 2-all. Lands in, opens up, and scores. Well executed. 2 points for Iturbide of the Chargers. He serves.
Well, there was an earlier sequence up there in the front court where Iturbide read Alex, and then a 2-all coming in, working out well there late in this third set. Last thing Alex wants to see is Iturbide get hot with the 2-all now. He's hanging around here, just a 1-point deficit.
Here's the backhand by Alex. Robote up the middle. Inside placement. He will score for Iturbide. So we're tied up at 3-3. He serves. Alex felt that he had a jump, but his timing was off as far as making the jump and the catch at the same time.
Yeah, another Robote that is just right on the sidewall with a little bit of a bounce. Just makes that catch even trickier for Alex inside.
Here's the backhand by Alex. Wall to wall. Robote forehand, 2 pass. 2-all by Alex. Lands in and scores. 4 points for Alex of the Warriors. He serves. Reminder, we're in our third and final set for this first match. The first player to reach 6 points will win it.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a 30-plus point match here. 2-all Rebote. Man, look at where that lands. I mean, just inside the boundary line. He's been executing that well today.
What a catch. Off a hard serve by Alex. Rebote forehand, 2 pass. Excellent catch by Alex. One-handed grab, powerful backhand on the return. Alex on the hop, backhand from the 10. Ichibide's there, winding up. That 2-all is out. 5th point for Alex. Possible set, possible match point for Alex of the Warriors. Still 5-3 lead, dangerous lead, the way these guys have been playing, trading point by point. Let's see if Alex is able to finish it off.
Look at that. One-handed catch inside. Alex has made a few of those, but that might be the best of them all. It's a major kick off the side wall from Ichibide's throw, too. Not one you're used to seeing. Chance for Alex, though, to win the match here. He's got 3 chances if he needs them.
Rebote forehand by Alex. Ichibide makes the catch. 2-all. Lands perfect to score.
Vicious.
4 points for Ichibide. Of the Chargers, he serves.
Well, that one opened up so wide you can barely see it touch the front wall.
No.
I mean, this is...
And by open up, so he throws it sharp, and where it hits the floor and shoots out to the screen. That's opening up. Sometimes it doesn't open up. It stays along with the...
More inside.
Yeah, out the perimeter and that boundary, and just not effective. Hard forehand is scooped up by Ichibide. Alex chooses the rebote. Ichibide has the catch. 2-all into the pad, and the pad is bad. Point set and a hard-fought match for Alex of the Warriors, winning at 6-4 in the third set.
And the first win of the day goes to the Warriors. So that will eliminate any possibility of the Chargers potentially sneaking their way into the playoffs. But the Warriors well on their way to potentially clinching tonight. They need a win or a tie. Alex put the first one up on the board. Going over to doubles up next, Division 5, Correa and Julin take on Jed and Arta.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Game day Skull reflecting that win by Alex in singles. Boy, it's been over 2 months since we saw him, but still in form. 3-2. Alex finishes up that singles season with a winning record. He's over in the DraftKings Players Cage, ready to go. After that win, there he is, Alex, getting the first win for the Warriors on the game day. The last couple of game days, you've been kind of on the sidelines early in the day, so how did you feel about the opportunity to start off the day for your team here and get some momentum?
It's always very important starting with a win because it can change all the dynamic of the day. So it was a very important match and happy for the win.
Yeah, and Ichibide, one of the toughest players in this division. What's your strategy going out there in singles against him?
To be honest, I had a lot of tension in my body, but Ichibide is a very dangerous player in the single, especially with his costado. Right. I know that he's going to reach, so be ready and try to pass him. But he plays a great match, so happy for the win.
Awesome, Alex. Great performance to start off the day. Thank you for the time.
Stay loose, Alex.
Division 5 doubles coming up next. Correa and Julin. Crack at Jedin and Arta here. Correa and Julin won the previous matchup in straight sets. And Correa and Julin, they've had a great year together. 7-2 this season, Stu. But that division, 5th division's loaded with some great teams. Jed and Arta, though, just 3-6. Again, of the matches that were played previously, 3 of the 4 were won by the Warriors. I mean, you hear the game day scores. 4-2, Warriors won the first one, and 5-1, they won the second game day. This is the 3rd matchup between these 2 teams, and the Warriors need just 2 wins. A tie clinches a spot in the playoffs. And then Friday will be fun, Stu. We got a lot to worry about. And we'll have a lot of numbers up there.
Battlecourt is fun, Andrew. Come on.
Oh,
every day a holiday,
stats,
every meal
numbers,
a feast. That's Battlecourt.
You're not going to be ready for it. Second match ready to begin.
EPL's not smiling. Well, when I don't see one on the outsides when I get nervous.
We are ready to begin. Match number 2.
Look,
Correa and Julian serve to Jedin and Arta.
You could pick any one. Pick any color. What's your favorite color? More, sir. May I have some more?
There's a serve. We begin. Arta picks it up off the sidewall, sends it deep. Now the rebote. It's a forehand, pushed up the middle. Jedin letting that one pass. Arta, big backhand. Julian steps in front of it, makes the catch on the right side. Arta, 2-wall, lands in, and it scores. Jedin and Arta strike first here in our second match.
Arta winding up, finding that 2-wall, really well executed. Again, Julian is telling Correa to get out there, but that ball opened up sufficiently in front of Correa. Even running full bore, I don't know he would have had a chance at.
That's an underserve. First fault, second serve coming up. Backhand, lifted inside. Arta in position, makes that catch, and that backhand narrowly going to clear the screen. Rebote for Correa, comes in low. Arta steps up, set the 9 line. Sends it over Julian's head. Correa getting back in for the rebote, pushes it right up the middle. Arta keeps this one low, it's dropping, but Julian makes the catch in the air. The backhand 2-wall scores. Tied up, 1-1. How about this backhand 2-wall here from Julian, no less? I mean, you don't really see him. Or at least I don't remember. That's not a name that's at the top of the backhand 2-wall list, but he's been watching, throws it well. Ooh, Jedin steps in front of the serve. Backhand. Well, that opens up to the outside. Julian goes to the ground, makes the save. It's floating. Arta moves up on it. Oh, he switches it up at the last instant. The drop shot scores.
Nasty.
2-1 lead. Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
so, yes.
We really haven't seen this one all too much this year.
Well, there's not a lot of guys that throw it, especially like this. So it's one fluid motion. He changes from a backhand to a costado, to a droppy costado, and it worked.
Arta backing up in the corner. That's tipped. Came up along the side wall. That's 2 for the Warriors. We're tied up.
I can't think of one person who I do know that throws that. He's not in this program.
Big backhand there. Rebote for Correa. Dropped inside. Arta back it up. Makes the catch. Correa charging down the inside. Floats up the backhand. Arta gets under it. Jedin stuck to the sidewall. Gets out of the way. Julian scoops it up. Julian plucks one off the sidewall at the 11 line. Big backhand follows, but Arta goes up with it. Julian long cortada scores. 3-2 lead here for the Warriors.
Yeah, long cortada like that. If you're Jedin, you're not moving in. You got to wait till that thing goes by you. So backcourt cortadas, as we know, not my favorite, but that's really well thrown. Doesn't have to be my favorite. I'm not out there. I don't earn a living playing highlight, but little dangerous.
Arta high and hard. Julian watching it cross in the corner. Rebote saved there by Correa. Arta at the 10 line, sends it up high. Julian directing traffic. Correa lays it up again.
Clean miss.
Clean miss by Jedden. There's a backhand along the wall. Julin picks it off. Now Arta backed up to the 11 line, sends it in low. It's on the wall. Julin tries to get out for the rebote. He saves it to the outside, lands in, avoids the cage. There's a 2-wall. That scores by Arta. Wow. From the back corner of the court, we're tied 3-3.
Just a beautiful play. Tremendous positioning by Arta. He reads this so well. To the outside it goes. So does Arta. And he turns it into a kill shot, a 2-all with a big bounce. Beautifully done.
Wow, Julin moved up on that serve. That's a great catch up on the 10 line. Here's the backhand. Rebote swept off the floor. Correa moves in, shoots it up high. Arta makes the catch at the 11 line. Backhand low and hard. Correa committed and tipped it. 4 points for the Chargers.
I don't know that Julin has been doing a really good job of calling Correa off or telling him where to go. But I don't know that he did that time.
Oh, backhand 2-wall doesn't work there. Jedden's 2-wall does. That opens wide. 5 points in a possible set here for the Chargers.
Look, I give Jedden a ton of grief. But we laugh about it, or at least I laugh about it anyway. Going back,
as long as I laugh about
exactly,
it. Okay.
As long as I laugh about it. But that was a fantastic play by Jedden. Just tremendous play by Jedden.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Ooh, Correa, though, steps in front of this serve, lifts the backhand. Arta pulls it in off the side wall. Julin from deep in the backcourt sends it up high. That's coming way out. Arta out there at the 7 line, puts it up the middle. Tough one, but Julin scooped it on the bounce. Keeps the forehand low, but it's picked up off the side wall. Great grab by Arta. Not a lot on this rebote. Julin gets it in, and it scores. That was right on the side wall. Tough catch there. Gives him 4 points and the serve.
Just 1 point separating the Warriors and the Chargers here. And both of these teams, it can go either way. Jedden and Arta can finish it out in this next point. And Correa and Julin can creep back with 2 just as easily.
Hard serve. Arta got there before it crossed. Backhand 2-wall. Thrown to score. Point and set. 6-4. Chargers take it. 2 minutes will come back and play set number 2.
Wow. Después del tanto, ¿eh? Después del tanto.
Take a look, just some words being exchanged. This is not all too uncommon here.
We do happen. It does happen from time to time.
No,
Occasionally,
and you actually love what Ubi is doing, though. He's like putting the towel in front of them. He's like, just look at me, just look at me. Because you don't, there's a lot going on. You don't need to get into the extra stuff off the court.
well, in this case in particular,
Yeah.
okay. So, like, the full English on that is that
Please.
Arta can be thrown off of his game, and Julin knows that he can be thrown off of his game. And so by continuing to up it when it's done, finished, move on, focus on the next one.
Yeah, I mean, look, and the Warriors have gotten that one win by Alex, but they are far from done what they needed to do today to clinch a playoff spot. They still need 2 wins. I mean, and this is a match here that they were certainly expecting to win. So I know that, Julin may be frustrated, but whatever he's feeling, he's just got to let it go because,
Come back.
I mean, truthfully,
absolutely.
it does not matter. I mean, they are focusing on winning 3 matches today. They already have 1. They just need to win 2 more. So, as much as we say every point, but like in some cases, it just doesn't matter. And this is the case. It's a first set. You got 2 sets to work with. Everything is still ahead of you to potentially win the match. But Ubia doing a great job keeping them focused, keeping them on it. It was a well-played set by the Chargers, too. Don't want to take away from any of the stuff off the court because Jedden played well.
Jedden's 2-all was gorgeous. Arta made some fantastic catches as well as that long 2-all on that outside placement. The Chargers played great. So they have an issue with one thing. Hey, it's,
You see it in every sport, players will argue a call, and you know, whether right or wrong, in this case for the Warriors, it just does not matter. I mean, everyone always likes to be right, and you always want to think that you know, but like, you just got to let it go, because they got to win 3 matches today. They already have 1. They can win these next 2 sets, and that call that they think was missed doesn't even matter at the end of the day if they win these next 2.
Exactly.
There's a serve by Correa, and we begin our second set. Julian makes a nice catch deep in the backcourt. Now Arta steps up at the 9 line. He blasts it, takes Julian out of it. Correa cutting back inside for the rebote, keeps it in play. Julian backed up at the 13 line, forehand right over Jedden's head. Arta, he was deep in the backcourt, saved the rebote back at about the 12 line. Julian, low and hard, scoop, missed off the side wall. That gives the Warriors Correa and Julian the first point of set 2. Just like that. Yeah, that's the point they needed. Make a couple nice catches, refocus, recenter yourself, and then get that point. That is an ace. 2 points for the Warriors.
With a serve like that, break it out.
Yeah. Crossing the side wall. Perfect.
Saw Correa, which is good to see, just completely uninvolved in any of that chaos. Came out focused, now he's rifling off aces.
Julian moves up on it, makes the catch at the 10 line. That backhand is coming way out. Jedden saves the rebote. Julian, a wonky spin, controls it, then sends it deep again. Jedden still up there at the 5 line.
Tough one.
Turns it outside. Julian, he's quick, he runs under it. That was right over Jedden's head, but Arta with a great pickup in the backcourt outside. Placement follows. Correa's got this one. Sends it high. Gives Jedden a chance. He's moving out with it. He saves the rebote. Now Julian keeps it inside. Ooh, that cross is deep, but Arta waiting for it back at the 13. Julian's got this one low, shoots it up the middle, scooped up by Arta. Now Julian though. Sends it high. Oh, neither charger there. Will Jedden get there? He does not. 3 straight for the Warriors here to begin set 2.
Frustrating one, I'll tell you, but Arta made a great play there, as did Jedden. Jedden on the rebote, really well done.
Backhand 2-wall, scooped up by Correa. Forehand, oh, Jedden scooped it right up. Julian blind catch overhead, comes out at the right side in the corner. Arta moves up, makes the catch in the air. Another one. Rebote pushed up the middle. Julian looking to attack, keeps this one a little bit lower. Tough one for
Beautiful
Arta.
scoop.
Oh, he scooped it right up just before it crossed the wall. Julian now comes over the top. Big bounce between the Chargers. Arta set up for the rebote. Big bounce return. Julian moves up on it. Fires it hard. Arta elects to play the rebote this time. It opens as a 2-wall. Julian even further outside. Arta all alone. Knows where to be.
Beautiful
He makes
save.
the save. It was a tough bounce. Julian handle. Shoots it in low again. That one is scooped up off the sidewall. Now a Costado, 2-wall, that opens wide and scores. 4 points.
You have to give Julian his due. I mean, some great catches, keeping Jedden outside, and then finishes it off with the Costado 2-wall. Well done.
Great stop by Arta there. Ripped it off the sidewall. Rebote coming out. Correa puts it back inside. Julian, nice catch along the wall. Backhand. Well, Arta's reach, but he sets up for the rebote, flicks it up. That's in play and scores. My, oh my. Tough rebote, but the Chargers get that point there first of set 2.
No shutout here in the second set.
Oh, Arta went up for it. Clean miss. Robote saved by Jedden. Here's Arta up at the 10 line. Backhand. Tries to pass, but Julin goes up. Leaping grab. Robote inside. Tough one. He's missed.
Thought he had it, then he didn't.
Second point for the Chargers. He has a tough spin. I mean, Robote, sidewall, floor. Talk about the surfaces. You know, it's not
Every
easy.
Every surface it touches, the spin changes ever so slightly.
I think Julian will be the first one to tell you should have it. And then the serve tipped by Correa. So just like that, it is a 1-point deficit. The Chargers serve. Happens quick, Stu.
It does. It's a fast game. That's what we've been telling everybody.
Robote forehand from the 8 line, sent up high on the Robote, but Julian makes the catch. Arta's got to go for it. He scoops it up. Great catch there, deep in the backcourt. Julian from the 11 line. Sends it high, traps between the Chargers. Arta with time, able to get out for the Robote. Makes a save, now Julian from the 9. Keeps it low. Arta stepped up and caught it in the air. Julian foot on the wall, made the catch, sends it back. Arta again, out there for another one. This time Julian lines it up on the forehand. Scoop, missed off the side wall. 5 points. The Warriors have a possible set point.
Well, they came back focused. No question about that. Sometimes a distraction refocuses you if you have a chance. That seems to be the case here with the Warriors.
That's an overserve. First fault. Second serve coming up.
Of course, 5-3 is an awfully dangerous lead, as we've seen.
Hard serve handled just as it crossed the wall. Robote there for Correa, puts it back inside, past Arta, but he saves it. It's a 2-wall. It opens. Correa from the outside, pumps a forehand, but scooped up by Arta there off the side wall. Julian moves in. Hard backhand again. Arta, no chance at this one. Jedden's got to step in front of it. He saves the Robote to pass Julian to the outside. 2-wall coming back at him. Jedden makes another stop. Forehand coming in low. Came up and in on Julian. And the scoop missed. Point and set. The Warriors win it 6-3. We got a third set coming up in just 2 minutes.
So our first 2 matches of the day go to, I think the wire and my microphone dropped off there somewhere in that sentence, because I know it wasn't me. Our first 2 matches of the day go to a third set.
Then still the same case for the Warriors. Win or tie the game day, they clinch a playoff spot. And the Chargers already suffering a match loss. They cannot make the playoffs anymore, but they're still playing for it. Player prize money, and could keep the Warriors out of it too. Here you see Alex alongside Correa.
Correa takes in information really, really well. Always looking to learn more. And look, we've seen it come out in this game. Much better catching on the left side, making better use of the right side. It's paid off. Here we got, there's my favorite guy. We got Jedden there on the left-hand side of the screen with Arta. Arta's maintained his composure. It's good to see.
Yeah, a little more offense from the Chargers in the first set. I mean, throwing a bunch. Arta had one, Jedden had one. Set number 2, the Warriors just came out hot, took control, and the Chargers were kind of always playing from behind. But clean slate here coming out for set 3. It seems like this team is at its best when they're firing some shots. Arta as a backcourt are probably one of the top 3 shot makers in that position. So, hey, you tell them to go for it in the third set. See Ubia. I mean, he's in there. Still talking with both players.
Oh, we have Ubia coming up next in a singles match.
Yes.
Those are always fun.
Against Manny, and then Douglas against Zuleika. Those will be the next 2 matches. And then by match 4, we should know a little bit more about the game day, some tiebreaker scenarios. You don't want to inundate you with a bunch of tiebreaker information because, well, Stu, a lot of the numbers are the same, and there's just too much still to be decided. Even with 2 game days left, there's so many possibilities, and you can win the game day, 6-0, 5-1, or 4-2, and, total number of matches will impact this season, no doubt about it, as it always does. Third and final set, ready to begin here. Jedin and Arta have the serve. We are ready to begin set number 3. Jedin Arta serve to Correa and Julin.
Important third set.
Yeah, to step out ahead 2-0, take a lot of pressure off these other Warriors teams. There's a serve to begin.
It's an ace.
And it was an ace. First point of our third set goes to Jedin and Arta. Julin opens up with that backhand. Takes Arta out of it. Jedin on the rebote, shoots it back inside. Julin right there to make the play. Another long rebote. Jedin shoots it inside. Julin goes up. Arta committed to this one, turns it above his head. Long run for Julin, who that hung up in the air. Gets out there, shoots it inside. Arta scoops it up. There's a backhand. Doesn't want to overthrow it. Might have, though. Julin, yep, able to save that one.
Had both backcourters in the front court.
Rebote forehand, turned just above the pad. Arta now, Costado. It's a 2-wall, it lands in. Correa stops it, shoots it back inside.
Oh, what a catch.
Wow, Arta made that catch and controlled it. Can't believe that's, hard one to...
What a scoop.
And another scoop. There's the backhand 2-wall. Correa scoops one. Cortada comes in, and Arta's right there. Outside placement. Stopped outside by Correa. Forehand coming in.
Oh, it's another scoop
by Arta. Cortada. Now Julin moves up. He's at the 8. Long backhand. Jedin stops at the 6 line. Sweeps it up off the floor. Wall, 2-wall now. Julin backpedaling. Turn 2 walls. That's too wide. What a point there. Goes to the Chargers. They take a 2-0 lead.
There were so many phenomenal catches and stops in that one point.
Oh, my.
That was like a point-long highlight reel.
And Arta, 2 great catches there to keep it going. Got his team that second point.
Really well done.
It's amazing. Arta is just...
Catch, shoots the 2-wall. Look at this. There's Correa. Stops it, blasts it back. Look at this catch. Deep, but settles it. That ball's solid in his basket.
It really is. He's a confidence player, though, Arta.
100%.
When he's confident, he sometimes stands back there and makes catches. He goes toe-to-toe with anyone. Could be in one of those rhythms now. The rebote, though, that one caught the top of the pad. Any part of that pad is bad. That's a second point for the Warriors.
Warriors have a second point?
Sorry, first point for the Warriors. Sorry, Stu.
No, you scared me for a second, Andrew. Sometimes I, drift off.
First point. No. Rebote forehand there for Correa, laid up. Jedin moves in. He's got it from the Costado. It's a drop shot. Oh, Julin read it the whole way. He blasts it. That is
Do-over.
A replay of the point. Interference, hitting that spot up there. The point will be replayed.
Yes. We always try to add something new for every season. In that case, that's one giant pad along our top of the back wall. And if it's up there, redo. It doesn't happen very often.
Arta just beyond the 11, keeps it low. Julin. Wow, what a great stop. Controls it, fires it back. Now Arta steps in front of the rebote. Who takes him to the outside. That kicked up Julin. Tough grab. Jedin out of the way of that throw. And rebote up and away. That is out of play.
2-2.
The Warriors have come back, and we're tied 2-2.
Yeah, Julin winds up with that forehand. You saw Jedin. Usually he bends down. That time he was backpedaling towards the sideline. One way or the other, you don't want to be in the vicinity, the general vicinity of it.
Tough serve handle there by Arta. Takes Julin out of it. Rebote coming inside. Correa off his footing, puts it up the middle. Jedin cuts it off. And Sends the backhand. Correa comes cross court, makes the save. Arta did it again, faked him out. Oh, but Julin got up to it, makes the catch, fires it inside. What a scoop by Arta. Forehand crossing the
that's
wall.
a good catch.
Julin stayed up in the front court and made a great catch. That rebote is on the wall. It comes up short. Three-2 lead for the Warriors.
Big smile by Arta there.
That's an overserve. First fault. Second serve coming up.
First powerful serve. I mean, Correa just needs to corral that power, get it between the 4 and 7, cross the side wall. He got an ace earlier. More than capable of doing again. Less likely to do it on the second serve, though.
Arta now from the 11. Passing into the corner. Correa, though, gets enough on that rebote. Past Jedin, but Arta steps up from the back. Sends it up high. Julin watching it. Correa's got to get out. Oh, just kind of laid it up, though. Arta moves in. At the 8, backhand to the outside. Julin on the move, tracks it down. Jedin ducks, forehand coming in.
What a catch by Arta.
What a shot off the sidewall, and the backhand score. Stayed low the entire way. What a sequence there. The Chargers tie it 3-3.
Sorry to yell over you, Andrew,
Stu,
but this
exciting.
is just spectacular. Boom. I mean, that ball was coming 1,000 miles an hour, going to cross the sidewall. Arta would have been finished if it crossed the wall or hit the rebote. Neither one happened because he caught it and returned it. Beautifully done. 3-3. Back to Andrew.
Julin from the 10. Picked off inside. There's Arta. Backhand to wall. Is in the pad, and that pad is bad. 4 points and the lead back to the Warriors. Tough miss, Stu. That spot.
Jedin has a little hip pain, and I understand it.
And Arta just apologizing, too, but he's kept him in it. 4-3 lead for the Warriors late in this third set. Ooh, what a stop there, back beyond the 12. Doesn't know where to throw the backhand. Julin's got it up at the 9. Puts it right up the middle. There's Jedin. Nice catch. Julin flicks it up overhead. Jedin ducked out of the way. Here's Arta from the backcourt. Forehand coming over to the top there, Julin. Dribble to left side for Arta. Clip the sidewall. Julin charging up the middle. Keeps it low. That scores. 5 points for the Warriors. Possible set and a possible match point. Arta wastes no time. There's the 2-wall, but it's too wide. Point, set, and match. The Warriors, Correa and Julin come back, win the final 2 sets, 6-3, 6-3. And the second win of the day for the Warriors. And yeah, nice to see there, Arta and Julin walking off. But a big second win up there. And the Warriors take a commanding lead on this game day. They only need 3 wins to clinch a playoff spot. See if they can get it up next. Manny takes on Ubia. Take a look at some replays here from our second match of the day.
So many to look through.
Really was well played, you know, for a Chargers team. It was just 3-6 coming into it. They played, I hate to use it again, but they were playing some inspired highline. That first set came out strong. Look at that forehand. And Arta hanging deep in the backcourt. Perfect time to throw the cortada. And then Julian here, rarely see this costado too, but look at how wide that opens up, huh?
Beautifully done.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Warriors clapping in the background, and there are our season-long standings. So as we said, coming into today, the Warriors win or tie the game day today. They will clinch a playoff spot. And still with the Renegades and Fireballs playing on Friday, you know, the seeding, we'll figure that out on Friday. But just worried about getting into the playoffs right now. The Warriors have pulled themselves within one match of doing so. And for the Chargers, again, any chance of making the playoffs, they are now eliminated. You're looking at the Fireballs and the Renegades. You see half point separating those two teams. So that's the same case on Friday. Win and in for either of those two teams, the Fireballs or the Renegades. We will be hearing from our winners, Correa and Julian, here in just a few seconds. As the practice is ongoing, you got Ubia and Manny coming up next in singles. And Division III singles coming up next, then Division I. But we've got Correa and Julian over in the cage after that win. Congratulations, guys. Well played. Correa, what was the key to staying in it after that first set and coming back with two great sets to get the win?
Just staying focused. You know, we started a little tense, but we were able to find our game and get the frustrations out of the way, and we were able to finish.
Awesome, guys. Did a great job of that, winning the last two, and the second win of the day for the Warriors. Good luck the rest of the way, guys.
Thank you. Go Warriors.
Well, we'll see here. Manny and Ubia go at it in singles. Manny with a chance to push the Warriors into the playoffs. Manny this season 0-4 in singles. His opponent Ubia 2-2, but last year when these two matched up, it was Manny that won.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our next match. Manny will have the serve for the Warriors. There's the serve. We begin. Fault. Over serve. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Big backhand by Ubia. Right to the corner. Rebote saved by Manny. Ubia back to the corner. Rebote forehand by Manny to the feet of Ubia. Good catch. Rebote forehand, low and hard, caught on the forehand of Ubia. Manny passes on the scoop, plays the rebote, big bounce. Ubia got it. Drop shot, will score. First point of this match goes to Ubia of the Chargers. He serves. Well, rather awkward looking, yeah, but it worked.
No, it was a big wind-up, like baiting him like he was going to just throw it as hard as he can to the inside, trying to keep Manny deep in the backcourt, and, you know, he hesitates right here. And the hesitation might be the difference.
And it was just enough to keep it away from Manny.
And starting off early with the drop shot, that's the time to throw it. First point on the board for Ubia.
Rebote. Left side by Ubia. Manny takes it on the bounce. Karam is in and scores. 1-1. Manny serves. Manny saw the Karam and shot it.
Well, how about that, Karam? I mean, he throws this right side really well. Steps in front of it, makes the catch. And look at that one, too. I mean, he gets it to open up away from the opposing player, and that's not easy with the Karam. Throw it so hard, keeps the speed up, and ties up this match.
Scoop by Manny. Rebote. Rebote 2-all. Will score for Ubia. 2 for Ubia. He serves.
I mean, how about that shot from Ubia? I mean, the control for me is what sticks out.
Absolutely.
I mean, he doesn't overthrow it at all, and it's just, look at where this drops in. Perfectly inside the boundary. Opening up away from Manny, and yep, just a few inches away as he reaches up to try to pull it off the net.
Very well thrown.
I mean, you know, think back to like his first season or his first 2-3 seasons. I mean, you wouldn't see that from Ubia, but now just a different player, totally under control for the most part in singles. He got a 2-1 lead.
Robote left side by Ubia. Here's Manny midcourt with control. Karam opens wide and scores. 2-2, Manny serves.
And look, this season in singles, Manny's been getting beaten on a lot of shots. And you know, he's got the firepower too. He doesn't have an overwhelming costado or right side. He's just pretty balanced in terms of his skill set. He can just kind of do everything. Karam worked earlier, so look, he's throwing it with confidence, went right back to it, and gets the second point. Might be his go-to shot today.
Excellent serve by Manny, crossing the wall and stopped by Ubia. Big right side, taken on the forehand of Ubia. Scoop by Manny. Backhand. That touched the overhead screen, which is out of play. Third point for Ubia of the Chargers. He serves.
That was a good call. I mean, it did catch a piece.
Again, I generally don't look up because I happen to look into a light. But in that case, I thought I saw it hit twice, actually.
Yeah.
Or there was a ripple.
Two ripples.
Yeah, or two ripples, one or the other.
If it moves, something had to cause that.
Not the AC.
Yeah. Although it does work. That's a different fan behind us, I think.
It's a third point for Manny. We're tied up, 3-3.
We got.
There's the backhand by Ubia. Robote. Robote forehand to the inside. Scoop by Ubia. Powerful forehand follows. Robote stays to the inside. Ubia's there. Low, hard backhand caught in the air by Manny. Manny passes from the left side. Ubia. Robote to the inside. Manny's there. Manny from the 10 line. Right to the corner. Robote forehand over the top. Manny advances to take it in the air. Backhand. Hard forehand to the inside. Stopped. In a fine catch by Manny. 2-all.
How about that?
Lands in and scores. That was well done by Ubia. Costado 2-all working again for Ubia of the Chargers. He serves with 4 points. Landed 2 today.
Yeah, because he has so much power. I mean, all he's got to do is just focus on just slowing it down. He gets enough on it, just trying to throw it softly. Opens up, beats Manny to the net again. That is just so well done. I mean, 2 of his 3 points have come off of Robote 2-all shots. I mean, you wouldn't have expected that coming in. And Manny's really matched him well, throwing a couple of good carams of his own.
That's an ace for Ubia, taking him to 5 points in this first set. Possible set point. Manny doesn't have many misses, but that serve crossed the side wall right where he was standing. Difficult catch for anyone.
Dropping down at a pretty sharp angle, too, then crossing. Well done there by Ubia. Move up.
Good catch by Manny. Hard backhand, stopped by Ubia. There's the backhand. Robote. Robote forehand by Manny. Ubia on the bounce. Powerful forehand to the inside. That ball's tipped by Manny at the 10 line. Point and set to Ubia, taking it 6-3, first set. Two minutes go up on the board. We'll come back and play our second set. You're watching Battlecourt live from the Magic City League Fronton in Miami, Florida, where you're currently playing our third of 6 scheduled matches on the game day between the Warriors and the Chargers. Here we are in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. Players taking the breaks back here in between sets and to prepare for matches. Ubia, they're seated on the bench, having won that first set. Consulting with Arta. Arta, though he was not part of a winning team in his first outing today, played very well. Some tremendous catching maintained his focus really well. He's said what he's had to say to Ubia, moves on. There's Manny in the background. Ubia, tremendous power on both sides, usually favoring the left, and apparently has a good tie on. We see some players come into the player's cage and retie their cestas. We see some players retie their cestas after every point, making sure that it's on there nice and firm. That hand is just sitting on top of the basket with a leather glove over the top. Fingers are basically straight out and spread apart a little bit. And that long tie, that cinta, the only thing holding that hand in there. So when you get a good tie, some players like to keep it in there. Some players like to give their hand a little fresh air.
He's not coming out of that basket, is he?
No.
That seems like a pretty firm tie.
That's a good tie.
Ubia just taking a moment. Looking to finish up this season, I mean, potentially with a win here at plus 500 in singles, 3-2. Be a really strong finish for him. But also for Manny too, you know, no better time to get it going than right now. It hasn't been his season, but can come back, win these next 2 sets, and push his team into the playoffs by doing so. Or else the Warriors will need one more win. Coming up next, it's Douglas and Zuleika.
Manny serves. Our second set has begun. Robote forehand. That's a difficult catch made by Ubia on the inside. That backhand, though, hits the overhead screen, which is out of play. First point of the second set goes to Manny. Of the Warriors, he serves.
Yeah, that one just getting away from him. Difficult catch.
He kicked your window that time, huh?
We'll take it. I'm sorry.
He kicks. It's not particularly hard, but hard enough to distract you.
You wonder if it's a ritual of some sort.
Or a nervous tick.
Yeah, maybe a reset.
Inside placement. Scores. Yep, that one got me.
You were asking for it.
Well, you got the feet. I got the back.
And it's just a great fake
see Manny
here.
Here fakes him, puts to
How
the
did
inside.
he score in the first set with the carom? So Ubia, you know, doesn't want to get beat by it again and committed to the fake.
Robote forehand by Manny. Ubia advances to take it in the air. Powerful, powerful forehand. Scoop attempt missed. Robote not there. That's a point for Ubia in the second set. He serves.
Yeah, let's see if he just goes back to this power game. I mean, because those are pretty tough to handle. Low and hard to the inside consistently.
Well, what did I say? Was it with Bam Bam? Yeah, from the Flintstones?
That was the reference, yeah.
That was the... I stick by it. I stick by it. Fault underserve. Battlecourt rules allow for a second serve. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Robotake played by Ubia, taken by Manny. Manny to the inside. Ubia,
The
good catch.
recovery. Oh, my.
That's 2 points for Ubia. We're all tied up 2-2. Ubia serves. Yeah, it scored.
No, it's not a great backhand 2-wall, but it does kind of catch Manny in a difficult spot. That ball's dropping on the floor, and you know, we talk every game day about how hard it is to control the lower ones compared to, you know, waist level or above.
A great backhand 2-all. Did you put those words in all
No,
together?
I said not. There was a not.
Those words don't go together.
There was a not in there. We can cut the tape back. Yeah.
Those great backhand 2-all.
No.
That just doesn't go together. Here's a catch by Manny. Backhand to the inside. Ubia from the 9 line. Rebote forehand saved by Manny. Big bounce brought down by Ubia. Carom by Ubia. Opens and scores. Well done. A third point for Ubia of the Chargers. He serves.
And this is kind of what's happened with Manny in singles throughout the season. It's just like when he gets down, he doesn't have that go-to shot that can get him back in the match. And Ubia, you know his game. It's just power. And it's devastating when he's got it going. And Manny is just playing from behind, playing on the, defensively in almost all these points. See if he goes for something here to try to break the momentum. Ubia seemingly got it all back on his side.
Powerful backhand by Manny. Rebote forehand to the inside. Manny reads it, stops it, puts it back inside where it will score. 3-3. Manny serves for the Warriors.
Well, there it is. He gets an opportunity to throw it. I mean, it's a costado. What can you do with it? Drop shot, throw it outside, throw a two-wall, but an inside placement right here. But you got to do that. You got to get Ubia out of the inside because he's very comfortable playing back there as a backcourter. Smart of Manny to move him around.
Powerful backhand to the inside. Rebote saved by Manny. Power to the inside scores. A fourth point for Ubia of the Chargers. He serves. Yeah, he just blasted that into the inside. And the look on Manny's face is, I can't believe I didn't catch that.
No, it came up and in on him a little bit too off the wall. It kind of got dangerous for a moment.
Yeah, it takes
moving in
right there. It takes a little bit of a wonky bounce. I mean, once it touches that side wall, the angle is a little unpredictable. And that is really not making excuses for him. It's like when you're out there and that ball makes any contact with the side wall, anything could happen. Cesta's got to be in the right place. He'll take one on the noggin. The ace will score for Ubia, taking him to 5 points. This is possible set, possible match point for Ubia.
And then a tough bounce there for Manny. Stays inside. It's just unpredictable. I mean, you've received that serve thousands, if not more. And you get one or two that stay inside. It's just nothing you can really do. Just got to get back in it here. 3 points to win this set.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. Talking about Manny maybe having received thousands of, easily thousands of serves. And his professional debut was 1997. Professional debut in the United States was 2001.
Tough serve. Wow.
The ace, to finish things off, will score point, set, and match in straight sets to Ubia of the Chargers, taking it 6-3, 6-3.
So Warriors unable to clinch a playoff spot there. Ubia, big straight set win over Manny to keep this game day alive as we head into match number 4. Douglas now with a shot, and he'll take on Zulaika.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Game day score reflecting that win by Ubia in singles. Finishes up that year 3-2, above 500. And we're hearing that Ubia over in the DraftKings Players Cage, ready to go after that win. There he is, Ubia.
Gorka, look at you.
Of the Chargers, congratulations. Ubia 3-2 this season in singles for you, finishing plus 500. How do you assess that season as a whole?
That there's hope for anyone, right?
Even for you, my friend. Even for you. Go on, go on.
Darn it. No, but on all seriousness, I think that we had little to no pressure today. You can tell the Warriors are on a lot of pressure. They're kind of under the scope. It's a do or die for them. So it is what it is at this point. But still, grateful for everything. Grateful for the sport. Grateful for today's match, and hopefully we can win a little bit more today. So go Chargers.
Awesome, Ubia. Well, great finish there in singles, and good luck the rest of the game day today. Thank you.
Thank you.
So the Warriors send out Douglas to try to clinch a playoff spot here, but tough match here against Zuleika, team captain of the Chargers as well. So Douglas this year, he is 6-3 in singles. Zuleika not too far behind. He's just 5-4. Now these two matched up earlier in the season. Douglas won that match in straight sets. But Stu, at this level with these players, you really can't say that any match is a given. I mean, anyone could beat anybody at this group.
No, and that's one thing that the second half of 2026 has shown us, the parity, match by match and game day by game day, with more ties than we've seen in Battlecourt before. Yeah, anybody could win.
Yeah, and Douglas coming in, losing 2 of his last 3 in singles. And Zuleika has won 3 in a row and 4 out of his last 5. Ready to go with match number 4, Douglas and Zuleika. We are ready to begin match number 4. Douglas serves to Zuleika. There's a serve. We begin our 4th match. Rebote forehand, played inside. Zuleika moves up on it. 2-wall, too low. I caught the pad, and the pad is bad. Douglas gets the first point of our 4th match.
Share a little information from the announcer's booth. Andrew and I were talking about this matchup before the game day started. Just sitting back in our easy chairs, getting our makeup done, and just who was going to be the first to go to the Costado 2-wall. And I didn't know who it was going to be. It was Zuleika. I have to imagine he liked that one back.
That backhand narrowly clears the screen. Douglas waiting for the rebote, just kind of lays it up. Zuleika moves in, attacking. Oh, but dropped it up at the 6 line. 2 in a row for Douglas.
See, attacking a floater, we've seen that throughout, again, the second half of the season. You're moving up on a ball. Just because the ball has hit the ground, is going straight up, and it doesn't seem to be going straight up particularly hard, good luck trying to catch that ball. Now, if it's dropping back down, that's one thing. But if it's on its way up, good luck.
Zuleika inside from the 10 line. There's the backhand. Rebote for Douglas. Powerfully thrown. Zuleika steps back, cuts it off. Forehand clears. Douglas on the rebote. It's a 2-wall. It's too low. Got the pad. Gives Zuleika his first point.
So Douglas's first Costado rebote 2-all attempt did not work out, but that wasn't a straight-out Costado. It was off the rebote. A little bit more pressure when you're using the velocity of the ball that the back wall is giving it, as opposed to just catching it and getting yourself settled. Wow, nice serve.
Douglas, soft touch on the backhand. Zuleika steps in front of it, then sends it deep. Rebote forehand, played at the 8 line. Zuleika set up for it, makes the catch off the side wall. Rebote there for Douglas, puts it inside. Scooped up by Zuleika, the backhand. That's up and out of play. 3 points here for Douglas.
So these points that Douglas has gotten from Zuleika, if Douglas is able to put a couple points of his own up there, really go in his favor.
Zuleika pumps the forehand, catches 3 walls. Douglas saves the rebote, that clipped a bit. Zuleika makes the catch outside, the carom returns, scores. That opens up, gives Zuleika his second point.
Really well done by Zuleika. Carom not thrown particularly hard, just enough to land in, well out of the reach of Douglas.
Rebote forehand there. Zulaika takes Douglas to the outside. He takes a peek, throws a drop shot. Zulaika takes off.
Oh,
he got there. Philo scores. We are tied 3-3.
Not only did he get there, picked up a bulldozer on the way and just threw everything to the outside.
Oh, my.
So here's the drop shot. Zulaika takes off.
That is, yeah.
Oh, he has this. He has this at his knees and just kabam, kablooey. Pow to the outside.
Yeah, but what we didn't see for Douglas is that it didn't kick the side wall in the air. That kills a lot of the speed typically. Rebote, that was stuck to the side wall. Zulaika flicked it up. Douglas knocked it down. Zulaika leads 4-3. Back into the inside, picked off there, Zulaika. Inside placement, oh, that clipped the wall. Douglas trying to work through him. He's not going to get interference there because he tried to complete the play. That's going to be a 5th point and possible set point. Yeah.
Douglas didn't seem too bothered by it. I think he knew that once
he knew.
You're taking a couple step. Yeah, that could go either way, but
it's in the basket.
Yeah.
It's in the basket. It fell out. It's just, yeah. Rebote forehand, Zulaika lays it up high. Douglas moves in. Inside place. Passing to the inside. Zulaika puts it back along the wall. Douglas goes up, makes a tough catch. There's the 2-wall. It does not open enough. Zulaika's Karam scores from the outside. He wins it 6-3. 2 minutes. We'll play set 2.
Quite the comeback by Zulaika.
Well, Zulaika wins, is it 5 straight points at the end of that first set to take it 6-3. Douglas had control early on, felt good, looked good. Zulaika gave one away, but the match just flipped in a hurry.
You're watching Battlecourt live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. We are currently playing our 4th of 6 scheduled matches on the game day between the Chargers and the Warriors. Have both Zulaika and Douglas there on the screen. Douglas back consulting with both Alex and Correa. Of course, Douglas and Correa go way back to 2019 when Douglas first joined the program.
And for those that are interested, we can give you the tiebreaker information because it is important. It'll become increasingly important with every match played. So right now, coming into today, the Warriors had 40 team wins and the Renegades had 41 team wins. The Warriors have already won 2 today, so that puts them at 42. Given that the Renegades came in +1 in the tiebreaker, the Warriors are going to have to gain 2 wins on the Renegades today to potentially jump them in the standings because a head-to-head tiebreaker between the Warriors and Renegades would go to the Renegades. Our first tiebreaker is total matches won, which they would be tied on, but the second tiebreaker is head-to-head, and the Renegades won 1 more match compared to the Warriors head-to-head when they played each other in the regular season.
So basically what you're telling me,
yeah,
a
for
novice,
seeding, yeah,
a novice when it comes to this,
sure,
is that the Warriors need to win every game they can.
For seeding-wise, yes. Even if they win the game day, they clinch the playoffs, but if they win the game day and they win 4-2, if the Renegades also win, the Warriors are going to be the lower seed, and then that would mean a matchup with the Cyclones, the #1 team, and they've been pretty dominant. Not that second match against the playing the Devils as the 2 seed is any easier. That team is coming in. They've won was it 5 of their last 6 game days too, or 5 in a row,
Impressive.
6 of their
Just so
last 7.
impressive.
Yeah, so that's not a team you want to see either. But just hoping to get to the playoffs. Warriors need one more win. See if Douglas can get it here. There's the serve. Set 2 has begun. Forehand rebote there, shot to the inside. Zulaika turns it on the back end. Inside placement. Zulaika steps in front, scoops it up, 2-wall, opens and scores. First point of set number 2 to the Chargers.
Just a slight hesitation by Douglas. But even had he gone full bore out, just committed to the 2-wall that was going to open up at the 2.5-3 line, I don't know that he would have gotten to that. That was a really well thrown Costado 2-wall by Zulaika. Just really well thrown.
Rebote there for Zulaika, crouching down, sends it back. Douglas comes in, powers one low to the inside, comes shooting back out. Zulaika flicks it up. Douglas, Costado, 2-wall. Oh, Zulaika's on it, makes the catch, forehand, passes and scores. That's 2 points for Zulaika here to begin our second set.
He did go for it.
Yeah.
And Zulaika was right there.
It's just great defense. I mean, you see Zulaika waiting, the 2-wall's coming in, he picks it off the net. The return scores. Ubia was talking about the pressure, and pressure just mounts with every point that goes the way of the Chargers here. Douglas just pacing around back in the corner. He needs something on the board quickly to stop this run. It's extended to 7 straight points. Rebote there for Zulaika. High to the inside. Douglas makes the catch, keeps it low. Well, that drops right in the corner. Zulaika, though, able to get enough on it to make the save. Douglas moves in. There's the 2-wall, and it opens and scores. Douglas gets one back. He'll serve.
That time, Zulaika was sufficiently inside. He could have darted out there to get it, but...
Well, that's the importance of mixing up the shots. Like the last one he threw, Zulaika was on it. It was a 2-wall, so Zulaika's thinking he's not going to throw another 2-wall after I just tracked it down, and sure enough, he did. Scored easily. What a backhand there. Narrowly clears the screen. Douglas up at the 6 line, flicks it up to pass. Now Zulaika crouching down, makes a save. Douglas pulls it in off the sidewall. Oh, man, that opened way to the outside. The second point for Douglas.
2-2. Yeah, no, that hit the back wall and just took a turn no one expected.
Well, Zulaika had a chance at this ball coming at him. I mean, it's right there. I mean, he could have just hopped a bit. And
he knows that everything comes out,
right.
But not that time.
You don't usually get a bounce quite like that, though. That's an overserve. First fault.
My goodness, that ball was bouncing right in the corner. You talk about an old-fashioned traditional serve. Bury your opponent in the corner.
Zulaika moves up from the 10 line, powers the backhand. Douglas reaches inside, makes the catch. Another rebote for Zulaika. It's dropping. Douglas, what a scoop there. Zulaika goes up this time, makes the catch, sends it deep. Douglas staying up at the 9, looking for the rebote. Turned inside, but lined up off the sidewall. Zulaika tries to beat him inside, but Douglas reaches back in, cuts it off. Long rebote, tracked down. Zulaika puts it inside. Douglas reaches in, rips it off the wall. Now rebote, it's a forehand. Douglas has got it on the Costado, but short on the 2-wall. That's in the pad. 3 points for Zulaika. He jumps back ahead, 3-2.
That makes it doubly frustrating because he had him. There was no way Zulaika was getting to that. And I don't know if he took a little off of it.
Definitely, yeah.
If he was trying to, I'm not sure what he was trying to do there, but, throw a successful 2-wall, we know that, but don't know if he was trying to really...
the angle, the arm angle and how he threw it was strange. It wasn't like a normal 2-wall. He like got it.
And he really wasn't under any pressure outside of his own head.
No, let's watch it again. It's just like he gives it a softer touch.
Zuleika's turning around, facing back. He's nowhere. He's not even paying attention.
Boy,
when he starts winding up.
That kind of looked like what we used to see with Ron, how it opened up a little extra. He turned the wrist fully over, and that ball dropped low. That was, I mean, I'm with you, Stu. That looked a little different than what we're used to seeing. But Robote left side there by Zuleika. Douglas attacks. Dropped it. 4-2 lead for Zuleika.
Don't know if he was thinking about what he was throwing there, but just missed the catch. Zuleika maintaining his composure and just playing one ball after the next.
Hard serve. Wow, Douglas, what a stop there inside. That crossed late. Zuleika flicks it up. That clears. Douglas leaves himself a tough catch, but he made it. Robote dropped inside. Douglas moves in, makes the catch. 2-wall, too low. 5 points, possible set, possible match point here for Zuleika. Wow, Stu. Douglas got to get it back here, down 5-2. Now Zuleika had a pretty significant comeback in set 1. It wasn't, possible set, but he still won 5 in a row. Douglas going to need 4 here to extend the match. I mean, coming up next, they got Manny and Gallo against Iturbide and Bradley. Manny and Gallo are 0-9, the only team in Battlecourt that hasn't won a doubles match this year. So talk about that pressure Ubia was alluding to. That's an overserve. First fault, second serve coming up. Second serve is good. Douglas stayed back at the 13 to control that catch. Forehand for Zuleika. Douglas blasts it into the corner. Zuleika stays with it, turns it to the outside. Douglas set up for one. Plays it just above the pad. Zuleika on the costado, inside placement. Scooped up by Douglas. That keeps it going. Zuleika's rebote stays inside. Douglas moves up. 2-wall is out. Point, set, and match. Zuleika takes it in straight set, 6-3, 6-2. And after winning the first 2 matches of the game day, the Warriors have dropped 2 in a row, and we are tied 2-2 heading into match number 5, Division 4 doubles. Manny and Gallo take on Iturbide and Bradley. Take a look at some replays there from match number 4. Zuleika was down early in the first set, and that was it. You see 3-1 up there, Douglas led, and that was the last time you're going to see the scoreboard looking that way. Drop shot here. Look at Zuleika. Head down, just chugging there. Make sure he gets up to it, and when he does, he makes him pay with the outside placement. Douglas, nice catch here along the side wall, but I mean the defense all day long there. Zuleika makes a catch and the carom. And then Douglas here, it's a 2-wall. Close to the net, bouncing around, and then, yeah, Douglas has no chance for him to get back in that play all the way up at the 4 line. Here's a little 2-wall by Douglas, and then, the last few were low. That one he gives a little more height, and then it kicks wide. Just couldn't get the feel right with that 2-wall, and Zuleika comes away with the win, 2-2 now. There's that game day score, all tied up. Again, the Chargers can't make the playoffs with a game day win, but I know that the Fireballs and Renegades are certainly watching. Again, a game day loss here for the Warriors just opens up some more playoff possibilities for those 2 teams competing on Friday. Again, that is our last game day of the regular season. Not playing tomorrow or Thursday. Friday is the Renegades and Fireballs. Again, Division 4 doubles coming up next. Iturbide, Bradley take on Gallo and Manny. But we're going to hear from Zuleika after that singles win. There he is, team captain Zuleika, win there over Douglas in singles. You guys have played some great matches throughout your career, but what's the mindset stepping into these Division 1 singles against some top front quarters?
Yeah, the mindset is every singles game in Division 1 is to do everything as best as possible, the best as I can. Today I didn't feel very comfortable defending, but I think the ball didn't want to go in. So luckily for us, it was a good signal. So happy for the win, and let's continue getting more points. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens on the game day. Congratulations, Zuleika. Good luck in your final match as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, as Zuleika is saying, a game day result still alive, and doesn't matter too much for their team, but helps. I mean, the other teams, the Renegades and Fireballs, watching this one from home or maybe even live here. So Division 4 doubles coming up, Stu. Players shaking hands here. It's Manny and Gallo for the Warriors, and 0-9 this season. They started with Gallo in the front. They got Manny up there now. See what they can do against Iturbide and Bradley. 6-3 this season, actually the best team record-wise for the Chargers in doubles. Iturbide and Bradley won the previous matchup in straight sets, hoping to do the same again.
Manny serves. This match has begun. Rebote left side by Manny. Iturbide takes it on the bounce. Costado 2-all will score. First point of this match goes to Iturbide and Bradley of the Chargers.
Well, an opportunity here for Iturbide to just open it up with the shots. I mean, tried to get it going in singles, and kind of 50-50. Threw a few well, a few out. Here he's got Manny to the outside, can't track it down, and also if he keeps it inside, that's going to be a tough catch for Gallo.
Forehand play by Gallo. Splits the front quarter and back quarter. Manny looks for the rebote. Puts it inside. Iturbide takes it on the bounce. Backhand from the 8. Gallo's there. Backhand from the 12. Bradley from deep in the backcourt. Plays the forehand high. Rebote forehand. Saved by Manny. Placement inside scores. 2 points for Iturbide and Bradley of the Chargers. Iturbide serves.
There's just so much space there. When Iturbide gets the ball on the Costado, shoulder level, you see Manny take off to the net. He's defending the 2 walls and such that can be thrown that direction, and Gallo stepping up trying to defend the drop shot.
And Iturbide's thrown plenty of 2 walls earlier, so.
Right. And throughout his career, he's established that.
Powerful forehand by Gallo. Bradley from the right side. That stays outside. Manny has it. Cortada will score. That's a point for Manny and Gallo of the Warriors. Manny serves.
Well, that's going to get him on the board. And, you know, I'd like to see Manny do a little bit more of this. I mean, just go for it. I mean, he's all the way back at the 9 line outside. You don't throw a Cortada from there, but got to mix it up.
Fault over serve. Battlecourt rules allow for a second serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Another Cortada by Manny. This one stopped by Iturbide. Gallo from the 12. Big right side. Rebote forehand. Gallo from the 12 line, trying to pass. Iturbide has it on the backhand, big backhand. Sends it to the rebote, out at the 7 line. Rebote left side by Iturbide. Gallo over the top. Beautiful catch by Iturbide at the side wall. Big backhand follows. Rebote forehand, laid up. Iturbide attacks, winds up. Costi to the inside, scooped up by Gallo. Bradley with a tip ball at the 11 line. We're all tied up. 2-2. Manny serves.
Well, the scoop guy Gallo set up that point for the Warriors. I mean, he makes a great catch inside. Iturbide's trying to test him, but if he starts scooping it up like that, I don't think you're going to see the ball go that way many more times. 2-2.
Big right side by Baragli. Rebote forehand. Iturbide hard to the inside, scooped up by Gallo and a beautiful catch. Rebote forehand saved by Iturbide. Manny attacks, has it at the 5. Back to the inside, Bragli's there. Catch by Gallo off the wall. Iturbide at the 9 line. Rebote right up the middle, thrown back. Gallo's there. Backhand. Iturbide calls for it. Manny's on the 7 line, winding up. Inside placement, stopped by Baragli. Outside placement.
Oh,
lands in and scores. Beautifully executed by Baragli. 3 points for Iturbide and Baragli. Iturbide serves.
I mean, what a combination, Stu. I mean, this catch inside is incredible here because it's just so low. I mean, and he's got to run around it. Not many guys can make that athletic of a move. I mean, and then he makes him pay with an outside placement that just sticks into that cage.
Here's a backhand by Gallo. Scoop attempt, clear miss in the back. Manny makes a save. Iturbide reaching up. Costello inside. Good read by Gallo. Here's the backhand. Powerfully thrown. Bragli's there. Rebote forehand by Iturbide. Two all red by Manny, stopped by Manny, carambola by Manny, scoop by Iturbide. The hard throw inside is stopped by Gallo. The backhand by Gallo to the outside lands out of play.
Great idea, though.
4 points for Iturbide and Baragli. Iturbide serves.
It really was a good thought by Gallo. Trying to take the defense to the outside. They're totally out of position right here and scrambling. I mean, this catch by Iturbide is miraculous. I mean, how does he scoop that up? Just great skill. And then inside here, right back to Gallo. He's got another one. First one the right side, this one the left.
Good idea by Gallo, just missed by a few inches. Gallo on the forehand. This one caught by Iturbide. Backhand to the inside. That ball dropped in the backcourt. That's a 5th point for Iturbide and Baragli of the Chargers. Possible set point.
Well, it's been catching well so far today, but just had a little control issue there. Ball falling out of the basket late. Chance for the Chargers here to take this opening set.
Gallo from the forehand. Iturbide is there, backhand. Gallo again, hard to the inside. Baragli way up high. Forehand from the 12 line. Up the middle, Manny makes the catch. Back to the side wall. Good pick by Iturbide.
Oh, dropped.
Point and set to Iturbide and Baragli of the Chargers, taking the first set 6-2.
First set goes the way of the Chargers, Iturbide and Baragli. And boy, this game day has just gotten away from the Warriors in a hurry. I mean, they led 2-0. Alex beat Iturbide in singles, and Correa and Julian over Jen and Arta. But from that point on, it's been all Chargers. Ubia defeating Manny in singles. And then a few moments ago, Zuleika takes out Douglas in straight sets. You talk about pressure and the situations here. I mean, I don't know how much how much pressure is on a team that's been 0-9 this season. I mean, they feel it every day, but I don't think the Warriors expected that they would need Manny and Gallo to win this match to give them a tie. I don't think that was ever in the cards for them. And, you know, hard to expect on a team that hasn't won this year, but they sent out Alex in singles. Cray and Julian were 7-2. Douglas is 6-3. And it really could come down to that final match, too. I mean, the game day will come down to it for sure, but could be the difference between the Warriors making the playoffs and not. Again, for those joining us a little bit later on, we'll give you the scenarios here. So the Chargers, they needed to win the game day 6-0, and they needed a 6-0 win by the Fireballs on Friday. That will not happen. So the Chargers are out of the playoffs. But the Warriors win or tie the game day today. They clinch the playoffs. Right now, sitting at 2 wins, they are down a set. They can win this match or the next one, and still they'd make it. But the pressure just continues to mount on this Warriors side, and just a few results. I mean, you really wouldn't expect that singles. You know, Douglas has been playing pretty well. It wasn't landing his shots today, and that just kind of killed all of his momentum early on. But then the only other loss is Manny, who's 0-4. So just got to step up here if you're the Warriors. One of these teams, maybe it's Manny and Gallo for the first time this year to get one on the board. They will have the serve coming out to begin set 2. And what a spot they're in.
We're ready to begin our next set. Set 2. Manny has a serve for the Warriors. Manny serves. Our second set has begun. Good catch by Gallo, deep in the backcourt. Manny on the backhand from the 9 line. Down low. Rebote forehand by Manny. Caught by Iturbide. Iturbide hard to the inside. At will score. Iturbide and Bragley of the Chargers first up in the second set. Iturbide has the serve.
All Iturbide is doing there is getting Gallo off his footing, moving him out of that spot, about the 12 and 13 line where he likes to play comfortably in the backcourt. Caught him on the move and just tipped.
Gallo over the top, powerfully. Iturbide chased it down at the 7 line. Big backhand follows. Rebote coming way out to the 5 line where it's turned on the forehand of Manny. Inside placement read by Gallo. He makes the stop, sends it back. Bragley's there. Powerful backhand by Bragley. Manny now in the backcourt position, drops it inside. Iturbide, splitter, will score.
I switched.
2 points for Iturbide and Bragley of the Chargers. Iturbide serves.
It's just the right time to throw the split placement. We haven't seen it yet today. And then you got Gallo up there in the front court, too. I mean, he's not worried about a splitter. He's worried about defending it. Comes up on him so fast that he can't even get the basket in position to make a play. Iturbide turning it up here in this second set.
Gallo comes over the top with power. Costello 2-all opens and scores. That's well done by Iturbide. 3 points in the second set for Iturbide and Bragley. Iturbide serves.
One of the best ones he's thrown today. Close to the sidewall, opens up, and yeah, man, he got it on the tip, but then you see it bouncing towards the handle and ultimately out of the basket.
Powerful forehand. This one caught. Drop shot. Scores.
Not going to get it.
4th point for Iturbide and Bragley of the Chargers. Iturbide serves.
Well, you know, no reason to switch it up if that space inside is open. It's not a risky throw by any stretch. I mean, and Gallo still, I mean, he's expecting it, but it's just a long run for the opposing backcourt.
Beautiful catch by Iturbide. Backhand from the 9 line. Caught on the forehand of Gallo. Gallo powerfully from the right side. Iturbide at the 10. Backhand. He goes deep. Gallo stops it at the 13 line. Gallo down low. That's a tip ball. 5 points for Iturbide and Bragley. Of the Chargers, this is possible set, possible match point.
Chargers win it here. They take the 3-2 game day lead into our final match, which turns into a must-win for the Warriors. Didn't think we'd be saying that 2 matches into it.
Here's the backhand. Excellent catch. Bragley up high. Powerful throw. Gallo from the 11 line to the inside. Bragley's there. Manny from midcourt puts it inside. Here's Bragley.
Oof, tough one.
Iturbide winding up. Costado right up the middle, stopped by Gallo. Bragley, tremendous catch at the 13 line. Bragley to the outside, makes a fine catch. Here's Gallo at the 10. Cortada, stopped by Iturbide. Drop shot by Iturbide, Gallo's on it. Backhand, that clears the overhead screen, drops back in. Iturbide's there, outside placement, caught by Manny. Carom by Manny. Lands in and scores. There'll be no shutout in the second set. That's a point for Manny and Gallo of the Warriors. Manny serves.
And it worked hard for that only point of the set. It's a good, not good, perfect carom here by Manny. Look at where this drops in. I mean, just inside the boundary line.
Bragley powerfully from the forehand. Here's the backhand by Gallo. Rebote saved by Iturbide. Gallo with a reach, makes the catch. Picada. Big bounce scores. 2 points for the Warriors. Manny and Gallo. Manny serves.
The Warriors hanging around here, not over yet. 2 quick points and a big picada. That was a big bounce. Get it up over Bradley.
Yeah, very well done. Powerful forehand by Bragley, caught by Gallo. On the wall, Bragley makes the catch with the forehand. Ball tipped. That is point and a straight set victory for Iturbide and Bragley, defeating Manny and Gallo 6-2, 6-2.
So the Chargers take a 3-2 lead into our final match, which is now a must-win for the Warriors to clinch a playoff spot. We'll give you some more scenarios when we come back. Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Joe Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Joe Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one. Game day score reflecting that win by the Chargers. They lead the game day 3-2. So for the Warriors here in our next match, if they win that match, they would clinch a playoff spot. But if they lose the match, looking ahead towards Friday, the Warriors would need the Renegades to beat the Fireballs to get themselves into the playoffs. We got the interviewees, should say, ready to go. Iturbide and Bradley, 7-3 this year, guys. Another season playing together. Bradley, you finished well above 500. How'd you feel about the way this season worked out with you and Iturbide?
Like we played previously spring last year,
yeah.
You know, it went really good. So I knew that we were going to come and do some damage, and it was going to be tough to stop us. And like I said before, we got the record to show it.
Awesome, guys. Great performance again, closing out with a win. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
So it all comes down to this. Game day on the line here for this Division I doubles match between Alex and Douglas and Zulaika and Ubia. You got the defending World Supercourt champions Zulaika and Ubia here taking on this young Warriors team. Douglas in his first season in the backcourt. There's just a lot of storylines in this match, and again, a win for the Warriors would push them into the playoffs for certain. But a loss means they got to wait till Friday.
So standing between them, if I'm getting you right, is Zuleika and Ubia.
That's exactly right, Stu.
Wow. Well, I can think of a lot of things I'd rather have standing in front of me in this particular game.
So we'll run through the scenarios. So if the Warriors win this match, they clinch. If they lose this match and the Fireballs win on Friday, it would depend on the tiebreaker between the Renegades and the Warriors, considering that the Warriors came in a match down compared to the Renegades. If they were to lose 4-2, that wouldn't put them in a great spot in that tiebreaker. Then you got the scenario where the Renegades and Fireballs tie. That doesn't help the Warriors at all because that would definitely eliminate them. And then you go to the scenario where the Warriors lose tonight and the Renegades win on Friday. That would clinch a playoff spot for the Warriors. So if they don't win this match, they're going to have to wait till Friday, and they need the Renegades to win.
I'm so glad you explained it because literally IBM's Big Blue burned out while we were trying to feed all that into it. And, you know, that you can't just rent the thing for, you know, $59.95 an hour. You know, that's a pretty expensive rental.
Expensive stuff.
Yeah, it's expensive rental.
So we got the stage set here. Division I doubles. Season on the line. There's the serve. We begin with an over serve. First fault. Second serve coming up. Ubia from the outside. There's a backhand, a low runner. Douglas has to step in front and save her bote. Zuleika inside placement. Scoop. Missed. First point of our final match goes to the Chargers.
That ball came up on Douglas pretty fast.
Serve coming up the middle. Douglas picks it up at the 11 line, shoots it inside. Ubia drops down low, makes the play. This one right on the wall, and Douglas picked it off. Douglas now back beyond a 13, gets a little more on this one. Ubia moves up. Catch now behind Douglas. He's at the 12 line, puts it inside, right back to Ubia. Bote forehand. Alex comes all the way into the backcourt, makes the save. Zuleika cuts it off, sends it back inside. Douglas waiting for it. Ubia moves up at the 11 line, puts it back inside. There's Douglas pulling one off the wall. Now Ubia, same spot, right at the 12 line. Douglas. Back to Ubia. This one coming in a little bit lower. Alex steps in front, cuts it off, backhand, takes Ubia to the outside. Looks for a lane to clear. Forehand comes in, and now Douglas makes the stop all the way on the back wall. Douglas pulls it in now, deeper in the backcourt, floats one up, past Ubia. Now Zuleika alone for this Robote, shoots it inside, pulled in by Alex. Left side there by Alex. Zuleika moves in. Splitter. Oh, that opened right to Alex. Takes a look, shoots a cortada, and the second bounce will score for Alex. That ties it 1-1.
Cortada thrown beautifully by Alex. I mean, makes a solid catch. Zuleika gets out of the way, and there is no daylight whatsoever between the pad and the ball, which is what you want.
Here's Ubia. Back at the 11 line, floats it inside. Douglas comes charging in. Catch there inside by Zuleika. What a play. Douglas moves in again at the 10. Blasts it over Zuleika, but Ubia stands in and makes the play. Big backhand there. Comes out of the corner. Alex with the rebote. Ubia moves in. makes the catch at the 10 line, sends it back right on the wall. Douglas steps in front of it, makes the play. Low bullet inside, Zulaika right there. Cuts it off, plays it back. Douglas calling for Alex. He gets back in there, turns it inside, scooped up by Ubia. Big rebote there by Alex. Ubia steps back to the 12 line, cuts it off. Low runner, tries to beat him inside. Alex not gonna let him. Ubia winds it up, forehand crossing. Douglas steps out of the way. Alex comes back and saves the rebote. Zulaika with a 2-wall. That's 2 wide. Alex and Douglas get their second point and the serve.
Yeah, Zulaika stepped right into that, shoot it outside. Just landed way wide.
You see Ubia barking up to Zulaika up there in the front, and then Douglas coming back to Alex. So a bit of a strategical meeting from both sides. See how this one plays out. Oh, Zulaika's got the serve. 2-wall. Wow, open wide. 2-2. Zulaika ties it up.
Well, if the strategy discussion had anything to do with catch the serve and throw a 2-wall, then it was effective on the Chargers side. Because, I mean, this is a court. This is not coming over the top.
No, you need that type of throw. And he caught it and made him pay.
Beautiful play by Zulaika. Just tremendous.
Oh, bullet right on the wall. Just missed by Ubia. Alex and Douglas retake the lead, 3-2. Just a bullet right on the side wall.
Ubia's catching's been spot on all evening.
Whoa, runner
what a
inside.
catch.
Douglas took an extra step back and made the play. That one is tipped. So the Warriors now lead by 2, 4-2. Alex and Douglas serve.
Just need to maintain their focus.
Douglas all the way backed up, puts it inside. Now Ubia from the 12 line, keeps it low. Douglas reaching down, makes the play.
That's a great catch.
This one's coming out. Zulaika from the 6 line, turns it powerfully to the inside. Long rebote, tracked down by Alex. It's got a big bounce. Ubia takes off, tries to save it. He does. Now Douglas. Well, bullet picked up off the side wall. Beautiful catch by Ubia.
What
and
a
Douglas
catch.
got into that corner, made the play. That one died. Alex reaches back, makes a blind catch overhead. Forehand, scooped up by Ubia. Now Alex comes flying back in from the 9, shoots it in along the wall. Ubia rips it off. Douglas, higher and harder. Rebote coming out for Zulaika. Turned at the 7 line, wall to wall. Now Alex looking for it. It's on the numbers, and he flicked it up to the outside. It lands in, cutting away from Zulaika, makes the stop. Cortada.
Oh, what a stop
off
by
with
Alex.
one hand. Incredible defense here by Alex. Over the top here, looking for the picata. Big bounce. Ubia climbed the wall and comes down with the ball. Now Douglas at the 12. This one dropping. Ubia steps up. Douglas early call, makes the catch. Backhand. Sent up high. Here's Ubia. Ubia moves in, takes it in off the wall. Backhand, dropping low. Here's Douglas. Now Zulaika flying catch up at the 8. He blasts it. Douglas watching it. Alex comes back for the rebote. Over the top inside. Ubia waiting for it. Zulaika faked it, put it back inside. Douglas handles another tough one right on the numbers. Now Ubia picks it up, 11 line. High and hard inside. Douglas not gonna let him pass. Now Zulaika reaches
catch.
up, just snatches it off the side wall, but Douglas waiting for it in the corner. This one dropping, rebote coming out, Alex. Higher to the inside, big bounce is tipped. 5 points possible. Set point here for the Warriors.
If they're able to finish off this set, huge confidence builder for the Warriors, Alex and Douglas.
Ubia, that is an overserve. First fault, second serve coming up. What a catch up there at the 9 line by Zulaika. Pulls it off the wall. Big backhand there. Passing Ubia. Robote now turned at the 7 line. Catch inside by Ubia. Ooh, the backhands in the pad. Point and set. Alex and Douglas win it 6-2. 2 minutes. Come back and play our second set.
So the Warriors take the first set of our last match on the evening. 6-2. You're watching Battlecourt live from the Magic City Fronton in Miami, Florida. We are currently playing our 6th and final match of the game day between the Warriors and the Chargers. There is Alex, who's playing front court for the Warriors this match. Julian was in the white cape. There's Douglas in the back of the cage. Of course, World Supercourt champions Zulaika and Ubia. Solid communication between the partners. Seems that just once the Warriors got hot, things really took off from there. I'm not sure what Ubia is staring at.
It's looking right into that camera.
No, something else.
Chargers need these next 2 to keep the Warriors out of the playoffs right here. But Alex and Douglas, I mean, you got to feel like that's a strong team to send out if you're the Warriors. I mean, you love the way that Alex has played the last month of the season, and then you got Douglas behind him. You got 2 of your best players out there, young players. And again, one of these next 2 sets now for the Warriors, and they will clinch a playoff spot. As for the seeding, well, we'll have to figure that out on Friday, but we're going to have a lot of information for you, Stu, when we get there on Friday, and some more visuals, too, so you guys can follow along with home, because that tiebreaker will come into play, as it did last season. The Warriors and Chargers last year tied for the last playoff spot, and the Warriors got in because they had more season wins.
It happens.
And Warriors trying to keep them out again here. They need this set to advance to the playoffs. Let's see Douglas and Alex. They convert. Chargers have the serve.
That's why Battlecourt is ahead of the game by having rules for every scenario.
There's a serve. We begin set 2. Douglas comes powering it off the side wall. What a catch there by Ubia. Douglas goes up, backhand to the inside. Ubia pulls it off the wall again. This one coming in high. Alex staying with it to the outside. Powerful throw. Ubia left his feet, dropped it. First point of our second set goes to the Warriors, Alex and Douglas.
Right until he missed the ball, I thought Alex missed an opportunity with just a drop shot to the inside. Doesn't mean that he could have made it or saw it, but...
Ball missed off the serve. An ace gives the Warriors a 2-0 lead.
That ball came fast. Ubi has been making those catches all night long, but that one really ate him up.
Low bullet, Douglas ducks. Alex turns it 2 walls. It's a little too wide. That's going to give the Chargers a point. They serve.
Just a bit wide for Alex. Like the idea of throwing the 2-all at that time. Need to keep it in those boundary lines.
Underserve, first fault, second serve coming up. Here's Douglas from the outside. Low backhand. Pulled in by Ubia. What a stop there at the 10 line. Alex comes flying back in, makes the catch. This one's coming out. Rebote forehand turn by Zulaika. Douglas watching it. Alex. Ooh, just got out there. Turns it above the pad. Ubia leaping grab. Backhand. Stays inside. Douglas goes up again. Drops between the Warriors. Rebote turned on the back end by Alex. Zulaika pulls it in, puts it right up the middle. Douglas with a bit of a leaping catch inside. Douglas calls for Alex, turns it over Zulaika's shoulder, but he moves in on it. Inside placement, scooped up high by Douglas. Wow, Zulaika stood in, made a tough catch. The 2-wall doesn't open enough. Alex looking for the cortada. It scores. Powerful forehand makes it 3-1. Favor of the Warriors.
Alex made sure to clear the pad, lined it up beautifully. I mean, this is a nice 2-wall by Zulaika. Alex is all over it. Stops it, keeps it low and hard.
Douglas inside, makes a tough grab, the backhand,
that
right
kicked.
on the wall, comes shooting out of the corner, saved by Zulaika. Alex outside placement, not enough. Zulaika Reddick goes for the carom, under pressure, threw in the pad, and the pad is bad.
Like you said, under pressure, Zulaika had that lined up perfectly, but Alex is perfectly capable of running from outside on the 7 line all the way up. Zulaika tried to get it off quick, and in trying to get it off quick, he just missed it.
Low runner inside there. Rebote comes shooting out. Alex turns a nice rebote up high. Zulaika from the costado keeps it inside. Douglas committed to the backcourt. Now tries to get out there late. Just made the save. Inside placement caught low. Douglas, low runner. Picked up off the floor. What a catch there by Ubia. Alex switches to the right, makes the save. Ubia not going to get up to it in the air, but does save the rebote on the back end. Wow, what a catch there, low by Douglas. Backhand comes in. Now Ubia from the left side. Rebote forehand. Douglas stands in, makes the play, comes over the top to the inside. That's scooped up by Zulaika. Ubia from the 10, keeps it low. Douglas reaches back in the corner, makes a nice play. Ubia floats one up high. Douglas reaching it again, this time back at the 13. Douglas steps up, backed up to the wall, comes up, puts it on the wall. Ubia takes it right off. Bote, that one escaped high to the outside. Just a second point for the Chargers.
Just popped into his cesta and straight out to the overhead screen. Never able to maintain control of this rebote.
Rebote forehand turned by Zulaika, coming in low. Saved by Douglas, just kind of floated it up. Zulaika attacks, shoots it inside.
Oh, what a catch by Douglas.
Yeah, he just lined it up off the sidewall. Ubia comes flying back, makes the catch. Now he passes. Great power. Rebote turned high inside, picked up along the wall.
It's a really tricky catch by Ubia.
Ubia tries to get back in there. This one sails way over his head. May have fed the rebote. Turned outside. Alex is on it. Carom by Alex will score. What a play to give themselves 5 points. Possible set, possible match point, possible playoff point as well.
Off your footing. Okay, so this is beautifully executed. Outside placement of the forehand rebote, stopped by Alex, who seemed off his footing, returns a carom. That's often going to hit the pad. He landed it. Very well done.
Douglas ducks out of the way late. Alex saves the rebote. Ubia moving in from the 10 line, keeps it low along the wall. Now Douglas, fine catch. Ooh, tough one. Comes out high. Saved by Zulaika. Douglas comes charging in. Low runner. Rebote coming out. Ubia plays it up the middle. Alex goes for the high 3-wall. It lands in Zulaika from the outside. The 2-wall is too wide. Point, set, and match. Alex and Douglas clinch a playoff spot for the Warriors, ending this game day in a 3-3 tie. We will hear from our winners, Alex and Douglas, in just a few moments.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Let's check out that game day score now, ending today with a 3-3 tie. Alex and Douglas picking up that third and most important win for the Warriors, which will secure themselves a spot in our Fall 25 playoffs. We are joined by our winners over in the cage, Alex and Douglas. So you saw the game day kind of shaping up that way. You knew you were going to come out for the last match. How are you feeling about that opportunity, Alex?
It was feeling like a lot of tension, but to be honest, it was better than in the first match. It was free, calm, with a lot of power to play. Happy playing with Dougie. All the team was like supporting us. We feel that hot and we need to win, so we try like Warriors and happy for the win.
Yeah, now it seems like you guys are locked into the number 4 seed, so a matchup with the Cyclones in the playoffs. Looking ahead to that, Douglas, how do you think you guys match up with that number 1 seed?
Yeah, the Cyclones are a tough team. I mean, we've had some close game days with them all season. We were battling with them. They're a tough team 1 through 6, so it's going to take a lot to win it, but I think we stand a good chance. And, you know, we've been fighting all season. That's what we do, and we're going to continue to fight. So
I didn't want to play against my brother, to be honest. I'm a little bit sad, but it is what it is, so we're going to compete and fight.
Awesome, guys. Congratulations on clinching a spot in the playoffs, and good luck against the Cyclones. Not this Friday, but next Friday when we got those semifinals. Let's take a look here at our season-long standings, though, before we depart. This upcoming Friday, final game day of the season, will be Renegades and Fireballs. So looking at that schedule right there and seeing is that the Fireballs own a tiebreaker over the Warriors. It looks like the Warriors are locked into the number 4 seed, although they sit in 3rd place right now. Pretty simple for the Renegades and the Fireballs this upcoming Friday. A tie or win for the Renegades, they will clinch the number 3 seed, but a win by the Fireballs and they move up into that number 3 spot. We got a lot to finish up. Join us on Friday, 7 p.m. to close out our regular season. We'll see you then.